What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the Griff Report. I'm here with ex-UFC fighter Kiefer Crosbie. Kiefer, I just want to say thanks very much for taking the time to do this here. And how are you, mate?
I'm all good, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, I just have a few questions prepared here, mate, okay? So, just want to say, listening to you today at the Redefining the Alpha event, it was great to get the insight of someone who's been at the top of the sport. Just one question for you then. So, when you walk into a fight week, what's one thing that you know in your head that your opponent doesn't know?
What do I know that they don't? My preparation, I suppose. You know what I mean? Preparation is kind of a secret in a way. You know what I mean? You might see snippets of certain training footage and stuff on social media, but you may not see everything. You know what I mean? You definitely don't see everything. So I suppose I know what I've been doing in the gym. I know how I've been living, and he probably doesn't. But vice versa as well. I don't know what he's been doing. So I'm fighting out. You show up, you fight, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Perfect, mate. Thanks very much for that there. So one thing is, obviously, I heard you saying today you've been in the sport for 18 years, is that correct?
More, 25 years.
25 years?
Yeah, I had probably my first MMA fight 18 years ago.
Okay,
You
right,
know,
so
yeah.
then you're the perfect person to answer this question. What's the difference between confidence and delusion in MMA?
Well, so it's only delusional until it works. You know what I mean? So realistically, if I say to you that I'll use myself as an example. I've told people 18 years ago I'm going to get to the UFC, and family members, community members, friends told me I wasn't going to get to the UFC, and they laughed at me, and you're not going to make a living out of this, and this sport is stupid. And I'm doing MMA so long that people back in the day thought it was the most stupidest thing that you could possibly ever do. You know, it's not a real sport, it's not a real fighting, etc. But again, I was delusional enough to make it work. Right, and then now they go, oh, fair play to you, that's amazing, your story that's crazy, you stuck to your guns. Back then they didn't say that though. I said it, I knew it, I did it, and now I get a bit of credit for it, which is like, you know, people will always shoot you down because they know that they can't do it. You know what I'm saying? They want to project that fear onto you. So if you say you're going to be something and I say no, you're not, that means I know I'm not, but I'm trying to tell you you're also not. But if you listen to me, you lost. So my advice would be, fuck what people think and do whatever you want to do and aim as high as you want to aim. And if anyone tells you you're not going to do it, maybe don't give them any more time and just move on and do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because life is short and you can do whatever the fuck you want to do once you have the mindset and the work ethic to back it up. You can't just say you're going to be something and not work for it. You know what I mean? So you got to put the work in, you got to believe in yourself, and you got to be delusional or live an ordinary life. That's what you want to do, cool. But if you want an extraordinary life, you got to do extraordinary shit and you got to think different. So, you know, it's only delusional until it works.
Yeah, that answer was brilliant, honestly. So, when you step into the cage, obviously you have stepped away from the UFC, but when you do step into the cage, or I think you hinted at moving towards boxing today, so when you do step into a fight, are you in there to prove something, or do you just love the chaos of fighting?
I'm not there to prove anything, man, to be honest with you. No, I do love fighting. I just love the sport. I love mixed martial arts. I love boxing. Boxing's a very different sport than mixed martial arts. I do love it though. I love the training aspect of things. I love going to the gym every day. I love the lifestyle. You know, I love the mindset. I like studying fights. It's my passion. It's my obsession. I love it, you know. So when that goes away, I'll stop doing it. But it's still very much there, so I'm still going to do it until I hate it. And when I hate it, maybe I'll step away from it. But I love it now still, so I got to keep going. Do you know what I mean?
Perfect, mate.
We're all going to get old someday, so I may as well just keep rocking until the wheels fall off.
Enjoy the ride while you're here, yeah, 100%, mate.
Absolutely, man.
Look, I just want to give you a bit of credit, first of all, because recently I started MMA, and that was simply because of you. Listening to your Instagram, you post videos of people fighting, and you always say everyone should be trained in martial arts. And I just want to say thank you very much for giving me the confidence to step into the gym.
Thank you, bro. Good man. Where'd you train?
Ardoin MMA.
Oh wow, fair play to you, bro. That's
Thanks
amazing.
very much.
You're not the first person to say that to me today. A few people said this to me,
Yeah.
and it blows me away. I don't even know what to be thinking when people say
Yeah, you're just
stuff
putting
like that
videos
to me,
out there, but genuinely, you
really
gave me the confidence.
Thank you.
But just one more thing then. This is the last thing. So, a lot of my followers are amateur MMA fighters or pro fighters very early in their career. Have you got any advice for them?
Only do the sport if you truly love it. Don't do it to please anyone else. Don't do it to prove anything to anyone else. This is not a normal sport. You're going to get hurt. There's no light at the end of that tunnel. unless you're fully, truly passionate about it and obsessed with it, and it's your every waking thought, and it's all you want to do, then pursue it. But don't think you're going to get credit for it. Don't think you're going to scratch that itch, because it never goes away. Don't think you're going, everyone's going to be super impressed, because they're not going to be that impressed. Only do this sport if you truly, truly love it, because I don't know how many people I've seen come into the gym and tell me they're going to be this and they're going to be that and they're going to get to the UFC, and they're telling me these things, and then 6 months later you never see them again, because they realise that this lifestyle is not for everybody. We are a different breed of people, do you know what I mean? And I don't say that in an egotistical way, I just say it in a way of, I'm a real fighter. I wasn't born a fighter, but I grew up a fighter, and it was my passion through my whole life, and I'm truly passionate about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to prove myself to anyone. I do it because I genuinely love it, and unless you genuinely have that obsession, you're never going to reach the heights that you think you're going to reach. Anyone at the pinnacle, anyone at the top, anyone in the UFC, they are the elite of the elite. They have that 1% mindset, and don't bother putting your life into this unless you have the same feeling, because it's not fun and you're going to get hurt. So only do this. And when I say that, I think everyone should do martial arts. I think everyone should train, do jiu-jitsu, train. Not everyone has to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? Not everyone has to do the crossover and get into a fight for money. That's not what you want to do. I believe everyone should train martial arts, but pursuing a fight career is very different. You know what I mean? So only pursue it if you really, truly are passionate about it. You know what I mean? That's my opinion anyway. So.